Do you hate or at least moderately dislike taxes? If so, over the next 5 weeks, I'm actually going to teach you how to pay less in tax by teaching you things that everybody should understand about taxes. Now, before I teach you that, I need to teach you the most common misconception about taxes that almost everybody in this country has, so you can understand how you are taxed and how much you actually pay. And I'm not going to say anything stupid or make any jokes, because there is nothing that is goddamn funny about taxes. So I'm just going to get right into it and explain to you the difference between how much you think you're paying in taxes and how much you are actually paying in tax. And once again, I'm going to use Alberta's combined 2017 rates with the federal government. Let's take a look at the graph. Now you can see right here, this is true for every individual that makes any amount of money, no matter how much income you make. The first $11,635 that every single human being in Alberta makes, they pay 0% in tax on that amount. Now, between $11,635 up to $18,690, everybody pays 15% on that amount. Now, over $18,690 up to $45,916, everybody pays 25% on that rate. Now, over $45,916 up to $91,831, everybody pays 30.5%. As you can see, this just keeps going up. You're paying in brackets. So each different bracket you're in has a different tax rate. Now you pay up to these brackets, and then every dollar you make over $303,900 is 48%. You remember last year when I taught this, that was $300,000. Well, these brackets change every year with inflation. So now let's look at some common incomes that people make, what their marginal tax rate is, and how much they're actually paying, which is their average tax rate. So if you made $50,000 in 2017 in Alberta, your marginal tax rate is 30.5, but the average you're paying on every dollar you made is 18.22%. So you're paying 18.22% on the total $50,000. Person makes $100,000, they think they're paying 36% in tax, but in reality they're only paying 24.81% in total on how much they made. And this just keeps going on. So you're one of those people that makes a ton of money. You're making $300,000, $500,000. You make $500,000, you think that you're paying 48% tax because that's the highest rate that you're paying, but in reality, the total amount of tax you paid was 41.46%. I hope that's starting to make sense. This is what you need to understand about taxes before I can teach you anything else, and it's a misconception that tons of Canadians have because it was never taught to us in school. So next week we'll learn some more. Thanks.